let's go. What is it that you've been asking about with your future? How many of you, hey Patricia, welcome, welcome. How many of you have decided, with everything going on in the world and feeding off of the negativity in the world, that it's not possible to change the future, your future? I wonder what that could look like. Hey Rosanna, welcome, welcome. Hey Frederica, welcome. Tell us where you're from. We've got an international community here. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So, change. What does change mean to you? What do you mean to change? And what does your future mean to you? Right? How many of us, oh, hi, Rita. How many of us have decided that the future is in the cards, that the future is up to fate, that the future is, right? Well, I wonder what we can shift and change today with your points of views about change, with your points of views about future, right? What if future actually wasn't real? Hey, Rosanna, good morning to you too. What if the future wasn't real in the way that you've been taught? Like you have your past, you have your present, you have your future. What if we actually all exist and create in all dimensions all at the same time? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Martine. I wonder what that could create. Yeah. So if you're actually willing to play with possibilities of change, right? And then be that possibility, be that change. Do you see how you could actually inseminate your future, change your past, and play with your present all at once? Hey, Lori, welcome, welcome. Yay. Hey, Kimberly, welcome. Everybody's popping on. I have my glasses on today so I can read these a little bit better. So, as this is not a monologue or a dialogue, it's a conversation. What's popping for you? What is it that you're asking to change? What is it that you're aware of? You know, we get these, hey, Melissa, welcome. We get these, like caresses of awareness, right? And then how many times when you have that caress of awareness, when you have that whisper of awareness, hey, Cindy, welcome, welcome. Hey, Dee, when you get that whisper of awareness, do you put it aside? Do you say, well, no, this is working fine right now? Or my mentor, my coach, my boss told me, no, what you're doing is fine. Don't change it. Don't rock the boat, right? And yet you have this awareness of possibilities with the future. So do you take that whisper? Do you take that whisper of awareness? Do you put it aside? Or do you just kind of dive in and ask the awareness to come and talk to you, to come and create with you? We always talk about the universe. The universe is listening. So when you get those awarenesses, what do you do with them, right? What if that's the change that you've been asking for, that little whisper? Have you been told that awareness has to come like a bam? I had an awareness a couple of weeks ago with 90 Days of Change. And we were going to start on September 25th with the new season. And I just started to listen to 90 Days of Change and the people involved in 90 Days of Change and the creations and the changes. And I'm like, no, it's actually lighter to start with 90 Days of Change Season 2 in October, to gift that space of possibilities. And all of a sudden, as soon as I shifted and changed my point of view and listening to that awareness, all kinds of people are saying, hey, I'd love to play with you with 90 Days of Change Season 2, what is it all about, right? So if you're interested in 90 Days of Change, people say, 90 days, that's too long. Really? How you doing now? How many of you put off your future because you don't have the time? I don't have time to change this. I don't have time to change the way I don't have time to change. Well, change is all the time. So what is it that you're asking to create with your future that you're refusing to change? And you're kind of like, I wonder why my future isn't being created the way I'm asking. Well, are you willing to shift and change? What isn't working for you? Are you willing to listen to those whispers of awareness? Are you willing to be present with your past and your future and ask, what is the creation here? Oh, we got a question. Yay, Cindy. I did a meditation. Seymour. I love Seymour. I did a meditation and realized that there are times I feel like I'm being told I'm too much and too little at the same time. That's called this reality, baby. It's about judgment. Yeah. It attempts to keep me stuck. I did a release technique and would love some questions around this. So here's my question for you. What are you buying as real and true about this reality? Right? the word blessing comes to mind. It's kind of like that download of like, tell her about blessing. Are you willing to acknowledge the blessings that you are, right? Are you willing to acknowledge that what and how you've created you is so different than anybody else? What could that look like for you? And for all of you listening, are you willing to be present, right? With who you be, what you be, and how you're creating. When this reality is based on judgment, does it work for you? Right? Like, what's the value of buying other people's judgments as real and true? Is that creating more or less with your future? Because any judgment you buy, you bring into the future. Oh, I got a heart and a ooh and a loves on that one. Yeah. Are we in the wheelhouse here? Let me know. Just give me a thumbs up so I know we're in the right place. And let me know how that rings for you. Frederic, don't do the 90 days of change. Too much fun and creation for you. I love you, Frederic. Frederic is one of our members of 90 Days of Change. If you're interested in change, if you're interested in changing it up, if you're interested in changing your future, right? Hashtag change, I will get to you. We'll have a conversation and see what else is possible. What is it that you're asking to change? Oftentimes we're changing for somebody else's reality. Right? Oh, thanks. Lots of, yep. Cindy says, oh my God, I just heard those very same words elsewhere. Right? We're not alone, Cindy. For all of you, you're not alone. You are connected. We are connected. So are you willing to connect? Hi, Anita. Are you willing to connect to change? Or have you already decided what has to change? Rosanna goes thumbs up. Yay, Rosanna. Rosanna also is a member of our 90 Days of Change. Yeah, everybody's on. So I love that question, Cindy. Come on in with your questions. This is the time. This is your Ask Susan Sunday Live. This is your place to ask the questions about change with your future. You can, change is. So everywhere you put a quality. Hi, Karen. Cindy says thank you. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Cindy. Anywhere you put you have a quality or a standard on change. Do you want to let that go? Like, again, when change is, and we get these downloads, right, all the time, and are you listening to them? It's not relevant. Who you be, what you be, and how you be is change. So everywhere you stop the change that is tickling you from the future, would you be willing to let that go and just be present, right? With what it is, who it is, and how it is that you're asking to create with your future? Yeah. So, I often play with, go out 3 months from now. Just go out 3 months from now. Get a sense of who you be, what you be, and how you be. Right? What changes are you asking for? Put those in place 3 months from now. Now, chunk it down. Where do we begin? 90 Days of Change. That's where we play. That's where I'm playing with you today. Yeah. Vanessa, I've had the awareness. Oh, again, Seymour. Here we go. I've had the awareness to go into animal communication and having trouble holding and changing my point of view on it, being difficult. Cool. Again, Vanessa, who does that belong to? If it wasn't difficult, who would you be? Right? And I love that, Vanessa. Thank you so much. So if we didn't create things as difficult, what ease could we have? I totally get that. Ricky's taking me, we're going to Puglia in Italy for 2 weeks. And all of a sudden I was laughing about, I'm booked in these great places to stay and reading the Italian map and driving. And I was like, whoa, what ease can I have with reading and being Italian in Italy? I wonder what that could create. What adventures could that be? Right? So if you didn't have a point of view about something being difficult or easy, who would you be, what would you be, and how would you be? Right? And who did you buy that point of view from? That would be my question. D. So Vanessa, let me know how that rings for you. D. Yes, more. Seymour. Yes, more awareness. How much judgment I have around change, as I'm already the odd duck with my family. How much more distance would there create if I keep changing? Interesting point of view. I love that. How much more distance? Well, what have you decided distance is? What if you were space? Right? What if you were space and not distance? What if you actually were being in total loving allowance of people judging you or not judging you? Right? When people are judging you, like, how much are they actually creating with their own lives? Or have they decided their lives are based on the quality of the judgments they have? You know what? That's just an interesting point of view. It has nothing to do with you. Yeah. Frederic says, in 3 months, bubbling more and more. Yay. Vanessa says, thank you so much. What else is possible now? Absolutely. Yep. Dee, let me know how that rings for you. Again, when you're creating with your future, if you bring the judgments other people have and their realities into how you're creating, what you're creating, and who you're creating with, do you feel like, oh, it's already crunchy, right? It's clean the slate every day. Who am I today? And what grand and glorious adventure can I be, do, have, create, change, choose, instill, and instigate? What if it was fun waking up in the morning? What could that create for you? D. Frickin' love that. Space, not distance. Brilliant. Yay, D. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Right? It's being the space of space. And that gives you the sense of enjoying and releasing everything from the past and playing with it as you tickle it through the future. Right? Who am I today? And what grand and glorious adventure can I be? Can I do? Can I have? Can I create, change, choose, instigate, instill with my future? I wonder what that could create. Yeah. Any more questions? Anything popping for people? Playing with your future it's not playing for your future. There's a big difference between change and changing. You know, how many of you have decided you have to show people that you've changed? How many of you are waiting? Oh, I got a thumbs up on that. How many of you are waiting for validation, right, in order to change? How many of you refused to change, refused change itself because there was no validation? Oh, I mustn't have done it right. Nobody's paying attention to the change that I'm creating. There must be something wrong with me. Yeah. Wow, Frederic says, yeah. Right? So everywhere you've decided that waiting for validation has you waiting to be you. Do you want to give that up, please? Hey, Margot, welcome, welcome. Yeah. If you're coming on in later, press hashtag replay. I love to see where people are coming in from on the replays, and come on in with your questions. It's just about how many changes are you willing to play with? And what if change wasn't drastic? Everywhere you've decided, oh, this has to be the biggest change. This has to be this has to be that. You know, that's judgments that you pulled in from everyone around you. So it's a willingness to actually say, so go out 3 months from now, go out 90 days from now. What are the changes that you're asking to play with, right? What changes are you willing to introduce to you and your creations and how you play? What difference could that make for you, right? Playing with the future, not playing for a future. Playing with the future, not playing for a future. Well, I did this and it didn't work out. So, oh my goodness, I can't be right. I must be wrong. Well, what if you had nothing to do with right or wrong? What if it was, oh, that's an interesting creation. I wonder what this will create with my future, right? So everywhere you bought that time is limited, that the past is something, that the present is something, and the future is something, would you be willing to let it go and just be willing to acknowledge that you are creating in all these dimensions and wondering, oh, I wonder what changes this will be. I wonder. So, questions, anything popping for people? Again, I love these conversations. I love your questions as you come on in. It's more about the willingness to play with the changes that you know are possible, right? That you know are possible. Margot, change shows up in things we don't even notice. Absolutely. Play with the future. Brilliant. Yes, Frederica. Yeah. Yes, change is. My body is changing even as we're speaking, right? All the cells are shifting. Change is. We change all the time. Your cells, your everything about you is shifting and changing and shifting and changing. It's only when you decide that you have to stop, that you stop the changes that you're asking for and you're asking to be. What if you being you is the change the world is asking for? I wonder what that could create. Yay. All right, I don't see any more questions popping up. I will love you and leave you. And if you're interested in 90 days of change, somebody said to me again, 90 days, that's kind of a long time. Really? How's it working so far? Margot, changing the past is energetically possible. Absolutely. You change your point of view about the past. Right? So that whatever you're dragging with you from the past becomes an awareness. Right? Becomes an ask, right? It's the gratitude. Thanks, Dee. It's the gratitude of who you be, what you be, and everything that you've created that brought you to who you be right now. Yeah, that changes with your future. Frederic, what can I do to install a fun future? Well, start being a baby. to initiate. Yeah, be that of which the future is asking of you. Listen to those whispers of awareness, right? And no judgment. Wow, I actually didn't listen. That awareness was right on. Okay, it's never too late. It's never too late. Melissa, it's not, I'm just going to do that. It's not a validation. However, time to create new sources of income, leap into work I love. Healing and coaching. The sticking point is a link to survival, breaking all ancestry ties. What else is possible? Well, what if there was no such thing as breaking ancestry ties? Again, it's, are you willing to be the space of space, right? You are thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetimes who chose this body in this lifetime right now, right? Why put all the energy into breaking something? Why not be total space and acknowledgement? It's like, huh, cool. Wow, that was interesting. All right, now I wonder what we're going to be creating in this lifetime. Hi, Veronica. Margot, I noticed that. She says, yes. Yeah, cool. It's about instilling the curiosity that you came to this planet with. It's about instilling the curiosity, the choice, the discovery, the sense, the seeking of who you be and what you be and how you be that you chose this body with. It's change. Everything changes. We're the only creature on the planet that has decided not to change. And we're changing all the time. Kind of silly, right? So what is it that you're asking for your future? You know, if we were having a private conversation, first thing I would ask you is to go out 3 months from now. How do you see yourself? What's the sense that you have of what and how you're creating? And how can I assist you? And in order to assist you, it's the willingness for you to let go of everything you've been holding on to. And now we can play. We can chunk it down. We can see what else is possible. Margot, my past seems set. Now I'm aware of what happened there. Sure. Hey, Becky. Mwah. So Margot, it's a point of view, right? What seems set is the memories that you put into place that connect you to the important pieces of your past that you've decided are so relevant that they will hold you back from creating with the future. Right? How many of us are acknowledged in this reality for our pasts, right? How many of us are given validation for, oh, poor me another, right? What if, Becky, thanks. What if you're willing to acknowledge, wow, that was an interesting creation, huh? So who am I today? What is it that I'm living with that I could actually let go of that's holding me back from creating with my future? Becky, let it all go. Love that. Yeah. Yep. So, Margot, let me know how that rings for you. It's really the willingness for you to acknowledge, wow, that was interesting creation. Huh. So what is it that you're bringing forward from the past into the future that actually doesn't create greater for you? That would be my question. Right? And would you be willing to let it go? Because if we decided that we're living with a past that doesn't work for us, we're actually refusing to create with the brilliance of who we be and the boldness of who we be and the curiosity in discovering what else is truly possible, right? With our future. So yes, it's the willingness to acknowledge and ask, so what is this creating for me right now? Is going through your past and holding on to your past, giving you the space, the expansion, the sense of discovery that you know is possible, right? It really is a choice. And it's about asking, so if I hold on to this, will this create greater or lesser for me, right? How do you let go of it? Again, that's a choice for change, right? What are you asking to change? And what is it that you're willing to let go of? And what is it you're not willing to let go of, right? 90 Days of Change is all about letting go and diving into future possibilities. So if that interests you, press #change and I will have a conversation with you about truly what else is possible. Let's see. All right. I don't see any more questions coming on. Thank you so much. All of you. Yay. Lots of thumbs up and hearts. I love that. Live boldly. Love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, one that has a sense of possibilities. It's really the acknowledgement that you are truly fearless, right? That whatever it is that you're holding on to doesn't add to who you be, what you be, and how you be. That's being fearless. It's like, nope, not mine. Now what else is possible? Yeah. Ooh, I got lots of hearts. Thank you. Have a brilliant, brilliant day, evening, morning, afternoon. I adore you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Bye-bye.